Hello and welcome to the Lite app. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to enter in programs. From the main menu, click on the Programs tab. In this area of the app, we're going to be looking at a summary of all your programs. So you can see here there's a listing of all your programs. You can choose how many are listed per page, and it'll give you the total on the bottom. At the top, it'll give you the total number. In this case, it's 2,480. In addition to that, if you're looking for specific programs, you can do a filter sort. You can sort by keyword, status, service area, service category, session, and year. In addition to the filter sort, you can delete a program from this menu. You just click on the little trash can there, it turns red, and you click on it again, and it deletes it. Also on this menu is an import function. We'll talk about that here in a second. Reports button, and new programs. New programs is where you're going to be entering in each program individually or one by one. If you want to enter in multiple programs at the same time, say you have 100 programs that you want to enter, you're going to click on import, and that will be in a separate video. In addition to this, you can also print reports from this menu or go to the reports button in the main menu. So let's create a new program. From here, it's asking you what type of program is this. So I'm going to call it Jellyfish Swim Lessons. The program type is a program, but as you can see, you can use any of these for filtering and sorting purposes. The service area, I'm going to choose aquatics. The sub area, I'm going to choose child. And for the service category, I'm going to choose skill-based activity beginner levels. Now let's get started. From this menu over here, you'll see the service details. So everything that we just entered lives right here. And also you can see that the cost recovery goal was pre-assigned. And we'll talk about that in another video. So let's start entering in the information. So for the current fee, I'm going to put $35. For the session, I'm going to choose summer. For year 2019. Start time, I'm going to choose 10 a.m. And the end time, I'm going to choose 10:45 a.m. Now you'll see over here that the program hours per day was automatically calculated for you. The program days per session is how many times it meets. So if it meets Tuesdays and Thursdays for 5 weeks, that's a total of 10 sessions. The minimum number of participants, I'm going to choose 4. And for the max, I'm going to choose 8. The brochure information is here if you're going to send this information to your marketing department to put it in the brochure. But for now, I'm going to skip this section. So I'm going to hit save and continue. The next area we're going to be looking at is your direct expenses. The first area is your instructor cost per hour. So this is the YSI instructor or the lifeguard who's teaching the class. What do they make per hour? So I'm going to put in $20. Supplies and materials. These are the supplies and materials that are needed for the YSI instructor to offer the class. So I'm going to put in $100. The facility name, I'm going to put in North Recreation Center. For the facility type, I'm going to put in lap pool. And for the facility unit, I'm going to put lat lane. The next section is asking you, what is the total facility cost, if applicable? My suggestion is you try to figure this out if you can. I'm going to put in $100. And then the next one is other direct costs. Again, I'm just going to put in $50. Now, as I'm entering in this information, you can see that this is updating over here on the left automatically. So now I'm going to save and continue. Now we're going to be looking at indirect expenses. The first one is the coordinator cost. So this isn't yearly salary or hourly salary. It's just a guess at what is the cost of the coordinator creating this and what is that expense. So let's say that your coordinator makes $35 an hour and it took this person 2 hours to put together the course. So I'm going to put $70. And let's do the same thing for the supervisor. Now we're asking benefits percentage. So when you have full-time staff or even part-time staff, there's still benefit costs that you have to add on top of this. Those generally range from about 15 to 18%. So I'm going to put in 15%, and then I'm going to put another $50 in for other direct costs. Now you've entered in all the information, and you get a report down here of all the detailed information about the program. In addition to all of this, you can send for approval. So what this does is it sends it to your supervisor, and the supervisor can accept or decline the program. So I'm going to hit send. Now, the stuff on the left over here is just giving you some basic summary information. But the idea behind the Pass Lite app is to give you instantaneous feedback. So let's look at your cost recovery goal. And as I use the slider here, watch the bars in the graph. So I'm going to say, let's say we want this cost recovery to be 40%. You can see that automatically moved. Let's also say that, well, this is a 45-minute class, but let's make it an hour class. So I'm going to change that to 0 and this to 11. And again, you'll see that things automatically change. In addition to that, let's say that we're going to change the number of times it meets. So let's change it from 10 to 8. And let's change your minimums from 4 to 5. So there are 4 areas within the Pass Lite app: the cost recovery goal, the start time and end time, the number of times it meets, and your minimum number of participants. All of these, both individually and combined, affect what the total cost and what the cost recovery goal is going to be for your program. That concludes this video.